welcome back to the Science Fantasy Experience. I have returned after my little hiatus from making videos. I wanted a little bit of time before the birth of my sons and afterwards. Obviously in that time period of however long it is it 5-6 weeks since I last made a video, I've still been toy hunting and I've still been collecting. And because I've not been making any videos, it's actually given me the opportunity to do a haul video, because I don't really get to do haul videos because I just don't really buy in that fashion. I don't go out and buy and order loads in one go or all in 1 month. I just pick up bits sporadically here and there. So this is what I've picked up for, I guess, September and October. Really not in any order at all either. But first up, I've had this a good few weeks. This is the Valkyrie Factory Roy Focus VF1S from Macross Robotech. You choose. I absolutely adore Robotech. It's one of my favourite cartoons / anime. I absolutely adore Macross as well, and Macross Plus. So I've wanted to own one of the variable fighters ever since I saw Robotech. You know, I never saw it when it was on TV, but I rented it from the video shop, and I kind of knew that Jetfire was the same thing way back then, and I never wanted a Jetfire. In some ways they're too heavy because of the die cast in them. They're yellow, they lose all their pieces, and they're really expensive on the secondary market. So to get this version, the Valkyrie Factory version of the Yamato high-end ones, it's absolutely incredible. I've not put this down for the last couple of weeks. I just keep putting it in Gerwalk mode, but I've returned it back to the fighter mode for this video because I just think it's absolutely stunning. The amount of things that you can do with it, change the wings, the missiles, you can add the strike parts or the space parts depending on which version you enjoy. There's extra gun turrets, so you don't have to have it asymmetric. You can have it all symmetry if you so choose. So yeah, that's the first thing I picked up in this haul. Refocus VF1S. On to the next. Today, on an actual toy hunt, just out and about, I picked up this. It is the Ultimate Gamer Gremlin. I have been umming and ahhing about picking up a NECA Gremlin for months and months, and I know a couple of people that have got them, and I guess the last month or so I keep watching people's updated collection videos and seeing their shelves, and I just keep seeing NECA Gremlins popping up, and I was just like, yeah, do I want one? I don't know. They're just some of the basic ones that they just don't come with that many accessories. And then when I saw that they were doing the Ultimate Gamer Gremlin, I was just like, oh my god, that is ridiculously good. What it comes with is just pure 80s nostalgia, and for a Gen Xer like myself, it's just the ultimate Gremlin for me to have. He's got his own video game, popcorn, Coke, wears a baseball cap, sunglasses, and he even has a game of Gremlins. You know, how meta can you get? And it comes in this beautiful flip door packaging with artwork that looks, you know, just totally inspired by the video cassette cover, but done in his Ultimate Gamer version. Then you get to see all the cool things you can do with this toy. I absolutely love it, and I found it in the wild. I just couldn't believe it. The fact that I think last week I was looking on Amazon actually, and it popped up, and I was just like, I could order this, and I was just like, no, I'll leave it. And then today, when I was out on the toy hunt, there it was, just on the shelf, and I was just like, I have to buy it. It was like destiny for me to get it. The fact that I'd thinking about it, I'm and ahhing about it, half possibly ordering it, to then seeing the one toy that I want, and it was in the wild. And I was speaking to Dave Shotton, and he just agreed there's nothing better than that physical buy when you see it, when you see something on the toy shelves. Again, it's just an incredible thrill to have that feeling of toys on the shelves. So yeah, just from a local toy shop, incredible. And the same with that, which I picked up today, because that toy shop, Sonar Toys, is round the corner from a well-established bookstore, Waterstones. I thought, oh, I'll have a quick look in Waterstones. I'll have a look at, see if there's any graphic novels that take my fancy. I'm missing a couple of Preacher. I don't have the last two chapters, and I want to pick those up. They're pretty much never in there, but I figured I'd just go down the graphic novel aisle, and what catches my eye, I just couldn't believe. I couldn't believe it was even in Waterstones, of all places. I don't know if somebody had ordered it in and then changed their mind, because I just don't think it'd be something they would normally stock. But I picked up the artwork of Masters of the Universe, and this is a big, thick, chunky book. And I spent a little bit of this afternoon having a quick flip through, and it's incredible, the artwork that is done across all the generations. It encapsulates everything about He-Man and science fantasy. You get to see concept art and various bits from the movie, what it looked like with the mini comic that it originated from, bits from the TV show. That's an actual page of an animated cell, little bits of She-Ra, just incredible stuff inside this book. Storyboarding. I think there's even a bit about, there's Hordak, one of my absolute favourites. Just box art for toys, showing, you know, what they could look like. Colouring in books. It's just, it's crazy nuts. Here's some of the concept art. And there's a bit all about the 1987 movie as well. Yeah, here we go. There's a little bit of the script and Dolph Lundgren. It's just incredible book to find out in the wild. Then we've got Skeletor and Evelyn, although my mate always called her Evelyn because he had an auntie called Evelyn, and that'll always stick with me. I digress. But yeah, anyway, pick that up. Awesome day to be going on a hunt was today. No, I can't believe it. So yeah, that's a couple of bits I've picked up, and then two final bits of the haul. A couple of weeks ago, I picked up this, and I've kind of been in that rut of kind of like, I don't want to buy any more Transformers. I've mentioned it before on the channel that I've sold off a load of Transformers, and I just don't want to pick up any more of the brands. Some of the bits of Siege I kind of like, but they're just a little bit pricey. It's way out of my price range. I think I saw Toy Master had Jetfire for $89.99. It's way out of my price range for a mainline kids toy. And I was just thinking, like, but I really want the thrill of a transforming toy. I really want to, you know, just get something. And I managed to find a guy still selling one of my all-time favourite GoBot characters, Loco, and this is the Action Toys modern version of him. I just couldn't believe he had one, so I was just like, can I have that? And he was just like, yeah, for sure. I knew you would probably be contacting me when I realised that he had them in stock. So yeah, I was just so excited to get Steam Robo or Loco, and it's an incredibly fun transforming toy, and it's in this really cool scale. You know, it's about like 6 inches big. It just doesn't conform to any scale at all, and where I don't really care about scale. Nothing in my collection scales because it's all random toys from different toy lines. It really does kick ass. It's got a little bit of die cast in it. It's got absolutely tons of articulation, waist swivels, loads of knee bends for the transformation. It's in this matte black finish, but the other accents are metallic, and it just epitomizes that toy from the 80s, which sadly I never had. I was desperate to have Loco because I loved GoBots as a kid, and I still do to this day. There's so many GoBots that I like more than Transformers. It's just, you cannot fault GoBots at all. They just don't have any kibble on them at all, and they're just incredibly fun pick up and play toys. It's so much fun. It's such an intuitive transformation. So much fun. Definitely gonna do a full review of this guy at some point. Yeah, so that's Action Toys Steam Robo. And then finally, I guess the big boy of my September-October haul, I did my classic Rudy Zissou. I pop a pre-order in months ago, like 6 months ago, maybe even more. It was after New York toy fair that I saw this guy revealed, and I was just like, oh my god, I desperately want that. I need a representation of one of my favourite computer games, and it spurred on a whole thing, and I ended up getting some San Diego Comic-Con Turtles because of it, because I knew I had to wait months and months for this to get released. But I whacked in the pre-order, and as I said, I did my usual thing, forgot all about it. I'd paid it all off in one go at the start, and then it just gets delivered to work. I'm back at work after paternity. Parcel comes to work, and it is the Storm Collectibles Ultra Street Fighter 2 Sagat, and I've not even had a chance to get it out of the package yet. But this, even just looking at it at the box, this looks absolutely epic. It's in 1/12 scale, so it's a big boy. It's gonna measure up at like, I think about like 9-10 inches. It's so big, and the packaging kicks ass. It's got the original artwork from the actual arcade video game, and then you've got I think this was the artwork that appeared on the side of the machine. And then you can see all the incredible poses, some extra translucent parts that come. It comes with like 3 different faces: menacing, bloody, beaten up, gritty teeth. It's my all-time favourite computer game. Has been since 1992, and yeah, I'm just super stoked to have something in the collection that epitomises my favourite beat 'em up growing up in my teenage years, going on holiday to Bournemouth and playing it for the first time and blowing pretty much all of my holiday spending money, losing to this guy. So yeah, that has been the last couple of months of toy collecting for me. Definitely stay tuned to the channel. I am back now and I've got a whole slew of videos coming, figure force videos, toy reviews, challenge videos. So yeah, stay tuned. I've been Rudy to see, and always remember, it's as much about play as it is display. Thanks for watching.